blink your eyes or something like. Look, why are you trying to pressure me into tipping you when I haven't even received my service yet? Now, that's what gets me.
When I
haven't gotten nothing yet, I'd be like, shit, no tip, custom. Right. Like if you gonna look at me, you ain't getting much. At least act like you putting some napkins away or something. Go pick something up or something. If you just gonna look me right in my mouth and wait for me to like, you ain't gonna put nothing in this tip. Cause hell no, you sitting there looking at me, damn. Like you're trying to guilt tip me right now and make me.
Cause it's in cocktail podcast. Cause it's in cocktail podcast. Cause it's in cocktail podcast. Hey, that's rude. That's rhyme. Like Steph and LeBron. Cause it's in cocktail.
There's no need to be afraid.
From the NBA to the MLB, we cover all sports, every team, every league. Quote of the day.
All right, back in. It has been so long. But hey, we back in the building. It is the world's famous Cousins and Cocktails, the Cousin Cocktails podcast. Back in the building. We had a little hiatus, but guess what? We back, Rue.
Finally.
This is a special occasion. It's been a whole year since we started the podcast. Mm-hmm. We have a very special little something that we're going to get into a little later on the show.
Yeah. So, like we always say, sit back, relax, get your cocktails ready for the world famous the Cousin Cocktails.
Man, it's been so long since I heard that. I feel so good, though. Okay, so first topic we got up for today, Rube. The NBA Finals are set. From the West Side, we got the Denver Nuggets making their first ever trip to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And on the East, the improbable 8th seed Miami Heat make it to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had the Heat all along from the beginning of the season. I had the Heat. I had the Heat going to the Finals.
Okay.
I had Miami. I had the Lakers coming out the West.
Oh, okay.
So the Lakers did lose. Got swept. Didn't look pretty.
Didn't.
But it happens. Mm-hmm. The Heat was the team I thought was going to come out the East because of their let's say their essence. Mm-hmm. They always play hard no matter what. Mm-hmm. And you ain't have too many teams like Boston to turn it on when they need to turn it on. Mm-hmm. The Knicks turn it off and on.
I ain't gonna talk about that. They done whooped on the Cavs.
Philly is another team that don't turn it on at the right time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, the only team I see consistent in Milwaukee, I saw consistent, but with Giannis going down, it was like,
I ain't gonna lie, I thought the Bucks was going. I ain't know who in the East. Like, I was probably gonna get it out of Golden State, especially after they won last year. Yeah. On paper, the Nuggets been the best team on the West for like 3 years in a row now. Yeah. I just didn't think they'd quite be able to get over the hump without a big name superstar. Now you know, like Jamal Murray be doing them dirty. Mm-hmm. While I'm talking about this, look at this slow-mo video. I just seen this video, Rube, while I was freeing up some space. Mm-hmm. I went to this Cavs game during the pandemic. It was COVID between the Nuggets and the Cavs. And Jamal Murray, you see on the screen right now, I put it in slow motion. He went through 3 Cavs at the top of the key, gave him a little up and under. He looked like a magician up there. I want to say he went for 50 that night. But the Nuggets don't have like a poster child superstar. You know, like Jokic won.
They don't have a household name.
Yes. Yeah. They won the MVP. Jokic won MVP 2 years in a row. Murray made a little name for himself in the bubble. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially going up against Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. But besides that, it's like the Nuggets have always been a good team. They run sets between them and Golden State Warriors. They're really the only teams in the NBA who run set players or whatever. They've been well coached for a while between the head coach they got now, Mike Malone, and when they had George Karl. Mm-hmm. I feel like even when they had Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, and
Kenyon Martin,
J.R. Smith, Birdman, they was even playing team basketball at that time. They just could never quite get over the hump. So if you can't tell, I'm rooting for the Nuggets to win. I ain't gonna quite give you my prediction yet. We're gonna see what happened in game 1 or 2, but I think that the Nuggets.
And I think the Nuggets were getting slighted for real because of Jamal Murray coming off the ACL. Mm-hmm. So with him coming off the ACL, didn't play last year. Only played. Well, he did play last year, like 25 games, but didn't play the year before. So it's like, oh, Jamal Murray ain't back yet. So they're like, let's hold off on the Nuggets. Yeah. And then you see when everybody else, Phoenix went to a finals, pick up KD. Luka,
and everybody swore
Dallas
when
pick
they got
up
KD.
Kyrie. So it's like everybody was
But
like,
all them teams, no camaraderie though.
Right.
So it didn't matter who you picked up in the mid-season or whatever.
Yeah, that chemistry was
not there at all. So yeah, we'll see what the Nuggets do against. Like we totally dismissing Miami, but we'll see. I mean,
I'm not dismissing
Miami got grit, but Miami trying to prove that the bubble wasn't a fluke.
Yeah,
Everybody try to say like they trying to tarnish LeBron's championship in the bubble and saying Miami didn't really belong there. For them to make it into the championship again 2 years later, can't really call it a fluke in the bubble. Next time we got for us, man, that's on you here to show Raiders right here.
Yeah, so we signed Jimmy G, which I didn't want Carr to go. I don't think Adams wanted Carr to go. I don't think a lot of people wanted Carr to go. But anyway, we got Jimmy G. He signs with the Raiders. Then a week later, he goes in and have surgery. Now, I don't know how far the surgery going to set him back. It is foot surgery. The feet is not nothing to play with.
Yep. Well, your feet,
so I'm thinking he might not be ready for the beginning of the season just because quarterback coming off planting. And the pocket feet and all that stuff, even though he's not running, but still, like, it's still a lot you got to do with your feet to be a quarterback. And I don't like that you're having foot surgery.
So basically,
right after you get paid.
You trying to sound like this season is already a wash.
Man.
It's looking like it.
And then, like, who do we have to throw back there?
Nobody.
Right. So, yeah.
And I read somewhere today that if Jimmy G fails another physical, I don't know how many he's failed already, but I read somewhere if he fails another physical, that they can like void
that contract,
the contract, which I don't know that they would do. I feel like even if he did fail the physical, they'd find a way to make him pass the physical. So
because they signed him and then let him go get surgery, like.
So I kind of feel like they knew what they was getting themselves into, unless he has some setbacks or something during the rehabilitation process. I don't see how they weren't prepared for. I have a feeling I was interested to see because I'm under the understanding or the belief, I should say, that he's not going to be as good in the Raiders. I have no faith in Josh McDaniels at all.
I don't either.
And so I was anxious to see what he was going to do with the Raiders, but it's probably going to be a little bit of nothing.
Yeah. So. And even if he do play, probably won't be until, I'm saying, at minimum week 6.
If that.
If that, right. Because the feet. It's the feet. Look at the Jonas Ilgauskas, all these big people with feet, and even also with his weight, even though he's a top tier athlete, 260 pounds, 250 pounds moving around on them feet.
While you talk about that, I'm gonna dig into this.
So, I wish the Raiders well. You know I'm rooting for y'all thick as thin, but Jimmy G, I don't know.
I didn't jump the gun a little bit right here. For our cocktail of the week, we went over and got an exclusive. You know, you can see that good. An exclusive. We went over to some Uncle Shannon. Got that Le Portier cognac by Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Shannon then came off the hen dog and went and got his own stuff.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Shannon Sharp.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Hey, Shannon Sharp, I know you be having them celebrities and stuff over there on your show. Whenever you want cousins and cocktails, come on over.
We always ready.
We always ready. Hey, we'll cut you a good price too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna charge you half of what Steve Harvey charged to get you on there. And I know you struggling with hosts, Shannon, because last I checked, you had Neo on there. Look it up. He just had an interview with Neo. Yeah. I think it either dropped yesterday or the day before. So, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, to get some cousins off in the place to be, we'll jump right on there. We won't even drink up all your Portier. We'll just have a little dibble-dabble. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
you know we gotta do cocktail or two, cousin cocktail.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see.
Let's see what this hit on, Shannon. I've been hearing all your guests. I heard Timberland say smooth.
So.
Oh
yeah, that sounds smoother than smooth.
Smoother than smooth. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Steve, it's so smooth that when Steve Harvey did his interview, Steve jumped in there twice.
Yeah, he had one of them.
Yeah, he said he usually don't even drink. But he jumped in there twice. So we showing Uncle Shannon the ultimate sign of respect. We not putting no ice in this.
No.
We not gonna disrespect it and mix it with nothing else. This is a straight neat pour. The Portier Shannon Sharp cognac.
Cousin cocktail first.
Man, shit.
Hey, that's good, Shannon.
It is. It's a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The burn is very minimal.
Yeah, very minimal.
Very minimal. This might get your toe up. You know
I see why you came off the hand dog, Shannon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, this is nice. So, if you are able to get your hands on this, the Portier cognac by Shannon Sharp, I say go out and pick up one.
Yeah.
Go out there and get you some.
Also, this is the inaugural season, so to speak, of his cognac. It was established in 2021, and each bottle is individually numbered. So this Cousin Cocktails edition we got is number 1,589 out of 2,500 bottles made.
Okay.
So looking at this, there's only about 900 or so bottles of this left in circulation if you want some of that Shannon Sharp cognac.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that's a nice cognac, and I'm not even a big cognac guy, but that's a nice cognac.
That is definitely going up on the shelf after today's episode. If I have a taste for some brown or something, I'll go grab a bottle of hand. I'll go grab some Crown, something like that. That is not going to be getting drank no time soon. That's going to sit up on the shelf for a while.
All right, so this is more about this guy here. You know, he diehard Browns fan.
Absolutely.
Always say hi, true. So we're gonna ask him, as we're gonna ask the viewers, like to chime in. Hopkins to the Browns. You think that's a yay or a nay?
It sounds good in fantasy. It sounds good in Madden. It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
It's not. This gonna be a quick discussion because there's no need to even spend a lot of time talking about this. DeAndre Hopkins ain't coming to the Browns.
No,
he's not coming to the Browns. The Browns have invested too much assets in both draft capital and free agency and trades in the wide receiver room to go pick up DeAndre Hopkins. Had the Browns not drafted Cedric Tillman this year, had not traded for Elijah Mitchell this year, gave up a second-round pick for him, had not picked up Marquise Goodwin from Seattle in a free agency, had not drafted David Bell last year.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? That right there, that's 4 wide receivers that are on the roster right now, not even counting Donovan Peoples-Jones, who's not going nowhere, and Amari Cooper, that's not going nowhere. So that's 6 wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? And then the only ones that you can potentially, that you're going to be getting rid of for a fact is Anthony Schwartz. He's gone. And because of the new kickoff return rules, I really don't think Jakeem Grant is going to make the team either because he was really a one-trick pony, so to speak. He's a return specialist. Now they made the new rule where no matter where you catch the ball, if it's a fair catch on the kickoff, you automatically going to get a 25-yard line. So if you fair catch it at the 20, it's going to the 25. If you fair catch it at the 2, it's going to the 25. So to me, special teams coordinators are going to encourage their kickers to try to kick the ball high and make it land around the 30 or so. Because if it lands on the 30, even though they was going to try to fair catch it, you're going to lose 5 yards. If you fair catch at the 30, it's not going to go. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fair catch? You know what I'm saying?
30, and then you don't even get it at the 30.
Exactly. You're going to move back to 25.
Anything
past the 25, that's a fair catch. It's not even worth running down no more. So with that being said, you know, unless the Browns find a trade partner who's going to take, you probably got to get up Donovan Peoples-Jones at the very least. Whoever's going to want Schwartz, nobody. Grant's coming off of a major knee injury, so I mean Achilles, I think. So nobody. You ain't even seen what Cedric Tillman can do yet. So I don't see room on the roster for DeAndre Hopkins.
And Hopkins, even though he's a big name receiver, he is on tail end. So you don't want to devote that much money to a tail end receiver who probably only going to be here a good year, 1 or 2.
But that's the Browns window right now. So they had Deshaun for a guaranteed 5 years. You've used one of the 5 last year. Even though he only played 6 games, you lose a year. You got 4 years to get it going. Within that 4 years, you got, I think, like 2 to 3 more years of Nick Chubb, 2 to 3 more years of Denzel Ward, 2 to 3 more years of Myles Garrett. So the window is right now. Like the Browns are in win now mode. It's either this year or next year. Anything beyond that, when you start going to the last year of them contracts, that's when you get to either renegotiation or trading. So I can see them trying to go after DeAndre Hopkins right now because this is the time. Unless you make some major roster moves, you're gonna have to shuffle a whole bunch. And Andrew Berry does not like cutting any of his draft picks. All right, Rube. Last thing before we get out of here. How are you as far as tipping? When you go somewhere, when you go to partake in different goods and stuff that has to do with customers, are you a good tipper?
Depends on the service.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, if you're delivering something to me, if I'm a customer at your service, anything, if you have a nonchalant attitude, I'm gonna give you a nonchalant tip. And that nonchalant tip will rank anywhere from $50 to $1. I always tip 50 cents to $1.
I feel like
depending on your attitude, if you have a great attitude and good customer service, you might get a great tip. I'm not gonna shite you on the tip. I know how workers are. You're working with minimum wage or barely minimum wage, and the tips is what really give you your wages. So
I feel like nowadays, I know you heard the expression guilt tripping. I feel like nowadays they are guilt tipping. Yeah. Let me tell you why. Like, you go to any establishment, and specifically I'm talking about food. You go to any food establishment, it don't even matter nowadays, carry out or dine in. I can see if you dining in. You just sat down, you had a nice meal, your waiter been there all day, they've been busting their tail, bring your Diet Coke after Diet Coke. You asked for your steak medium, it wasn't done good enough, you sent it back, they brought you another steak, your fries was cold, the baby was crying the whole time, she damn near spilled the coffee. And then when it comes to the tip, and you had a party of 12. I got you. Tip the person. I went to a no names please establishment today on my lunch break. I went to the counter. Dude was standing at the counter. He was on his phone, so I was ready to order, which I wasn't tripping about because I didn't know what the hell I wanted. I get there, I said, let me go ahead and get your number one. He said, cool, number one. The total was $8.99. I'm like, all right, bet. Next thing you know, he's like, cash or card? I'm like, card. And then he hits me with the, okay, and then before you go, there's this. And then he flipped the thing over and kind of look up in the sky. And then you know what that means. When they got that tablet in front of you, they're like, and then there's just one more thing. And they flip it over like that. Biggest day. How much are you tipping? 10%, 15 cents? Damn, 15, 20, 10? You ain't doing nothing but take my order. Like, how am I giving you an extra 20% and you suggesting 10, 15, 20? Back in the day, these were like 5%, 10%, 50. How you jump straight to 15, 20, even 25% from my services when I haven't even got my product yet? So you want me to give you 25%? What if this sandwich is trash? You gonna give my 25% back? And then the worst is when they flip the board over and then they just stare right there and look at you. Like, so you like, damn, like you ain't even gonna blink your eyes or something. Like, look, why are you trying to pressure me into tipping you when I haven't even received my service yet? And that's what gets me. When I haven't gotten nothing yet. So I be like, shit, no tip, custom. Like, if you gonna look at me, you ain't getting much. At least act like you putting some napkins away or something. Go pick something up or something. If you just gonna look me right in my mouth and wait for me to like, you ain't gonna put nothing in this tip. Cause hell no, you're sitting there looking at me, damn. Like you're trying to guilt tip me right now and make me give you a little something extra when my something extra may not even be warranted at the time. Yeah, and when I get that board flip and that's where that 50 cents to $1 comes in. Man, like how bad would it be when it was like, and then there's just a little something else, and I just turn around and flipped it right back. Here, you have that right on back, sir. Put that right back where you got it from. Thank you very much. And they try to be sneaky with it too, because sometimes they don't never come out and be like, how much do you want to tip? They be like, and then there's just one more question at the bottom right there. Yeah. And one more thing before you go. That sort of thing. But that's like, that's why I don't use DoorDash services or Uber Eats or anything, because they automatically add and tip. But this is the thing though. See, I feel like COVID had a lot to do with tipping, because when COVID was popping, when everybody was in the house, when everything was shut down, everybody's in the house, like you couldn't get nothing to eat, you couldn't dine in, so you was like, damn, this man out here braving COVID to bring me some Wingstop. Let me go ahead and get this brother extra $5 or $10. Like, boy, you know it's cold out there. You out there with your mask on, just go ahead, just put it at the front door. When I come and appreciate you, big dog, go ahead, Lee. I'll put a little extra on there for you. But now, mask is off or whatever. Well, get my damn $5 back. Like, I'm out here like you. Right. Like, why are you getting all the extra tip? But you think you still gonna get tip privileges and COVID privileges when COVID's over? Brother, everybody's out here now. So you don't just off rip just off the muscle, get the extra 15, 20, 25%. I'm sorry. If somebody comes and cut my grass, I ain't about to give you that extra $5. That damn grass is cut. So I see what the grass look like, and I'm gonna see. When I go to my barber, you don't get no extra before you line me up. Like, hell, what if you sneeze and jack my hairline up? Like, so why is it when I go to restaurants, off the muscle, you want that extra as soon as you put, and it's not even restaurant. If you go to Starbucks, like, you ain't poured a drop in my cup yet. So how are you getting extra already? And we got the inflation. You're already charging me out the wazoo for my cup of coffee. And now you want some extra on top of the extra. And my last rant before that, when I looked at my receipt today, it charged me the food. We in Ohio, so there's no tax on food. So my $8.99 should have been $8.99. They charged me something that said, like, eat here fee or something like that. So I went to my computer. You know, I'm curious. What the hell is the eat here fee? It was extra 65 cents. So I went and Googled eat here fee. So do you know in Ohio, if you order your food to go, there's no tax.
Right.
If you order your food dine in,
it's tax.
They tax you.
Yeah.
But you didn't even ask me whether I was going to. I had no intention of eating in your establishment, sir. So how are you automatically going to charge me the eat here fee when I didn't even say I was going to? So what they probably do was like, okay, we just going to charge you the eat here fee. And after you get your food, if I'm like, hey, can I eat it over here? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Right. Well, now they got you. But if I'm like, no, I'm going to take this to the office. By the way, let me get 65 cents back because you already charged me when you ain't even asked. So you charge me the eat here fee and you want 15, 20% for the tip when you ain't do nothing but rim me up. Buddy in the background with the hair knot over his beard is the one who made my sandwich.
Food, and that's my thing too. Like, that's why this is a major thing with me about tipping. I do not leave tips on tables. Bus boys and bus girls, they would take that tip and won't even tell the waiter.
So you go find.
So I literally go find the waiter who served me to give him a tip.
I don't know because this is the thing. The waiter might have brought that, so they wrote your stuff down. They brought your thing. Afterwards, the busboy was the one cleaning up all your mess and stuff that you left back there. So what he gonna get? Because he over there clean up all the dirty dishes and stuff.
Understandable, but I used to work at the Marriott, and I done seen bus people take the tips. So I was like, and then they, like the waiter and stuff like, they didn't tip. Oh no, your tip is fine. That's where it's at. So
it's all gone.
So that's why I do that, and I usually give it to them. And the tip, when I eat it, it's no less than 20% when I tip.
Okay, so when you order, like let's say we order Big B's, and he was like, all right, yo, he tell you on the phone, all right, it's $25.95. Right. And you get there, and he flip that thing over. What you gonna do?
I usually like $50 $60.
But why? You didn't eat there. What are you tipping for? It's guilt tipping. That's what it is, Rue.
And another thing I do.
It's guilt tipping. That's why.
Another thing I really do though is like I said, if it's like $28.76, I would tip them 24 cents.
Oh yeah, I do. I like even numbers. So you gonna get that? It's just am I giving you $1.24,
right?
$2.24, or just the 24 cents? But you at the very minimum. You gonna get that 24 cents because I hated my account being, middle balance is so and so 87 or so and so 63. Like, man, just give me the even money. You know what I'm saying? And let me make it.
Yeah, so
guilt tipping.
I'm pretty sure I'll be $50.
Especially when they got them big tablets and they put that thing over the person behind you. See? And they're like 15%, 26, 25. You look over your shoulder
like custom tip?
Yeah, custom tip. You like you taking the test. It's like, damn man, I did 126. And then you hurry up and scribble your name on there, flip back over.
Don't even scribble it right along.
Yeah, all right. You're like, hey man, they charging up there, man. So make sure you got your tip money.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay, well, with that, hey man, again, we sorry we left you. We won't do it again. That is a wrap for Cousins and Cocktails Season 3. Quote of the day, hey man, earn your damn tips. And with that, we out.